the feet of Loon. I'm Chris.
And I'm Wesley.
My delizioso Loon. So delizioso.
Yeah.
Did you get that? Did you get that? I was speaking in another
I'm
language.
kind of thinking that it's delicious,
Well,
which I know I am.
Well, you're deliciously loonish. We are doing Italian. In case you didn't pick up on that incredible Italian word that I just used, it is so delicious. What we're doing is, in fact, I think it. I say this all the time, but it really is.
Is it Italian?
My
Is it Italian American? What is
It's
it?
Italian American.
Okay.
It's Italian. It's Italian American. It's so popular
Let's
in
tell
the
them what
States.
it
It's
is.
popular everywhere. We're doing our
Chicken Parmesan.
or Parmesan.
It's his favorite thing to order out.
I just, well,
yeah, if
whenever
we go to
you-
an Italian restaurant.
If you're going to, and I'm just in the mood, I love ordering all kinds of things, but if I'm in the mood for just a good old staple, basic comfort food, this is always the one I
It's
turn
so
to.
good too.
It's
and
also,
he has perfected it. Well, I've perfected tasting it, and you
yeah, that's
perfected
true.
it.
Now, I had so much practice because you've tasted it so much. So it's
Yeah.
really easy to make, and trust me, making it from scratch, we're going to show you how to make it. It's restaurant quality. It's so good. There's a few tips that I think really put it over the top, and we're going to show you that.
Yes.
So I'm going to go ahead. So I have got a nice large skillet here. I've got 3 tablespoons of olive oil that I've started, that I've heated up over medium heat, and then I'm going to I've added 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter that I'm just going to get melted, and this is what we're going to fry our cutlets in.
Wonderful. And then we have the dredging station over here, which is flour. That's a cup of all-purpose flour.
Yes.
That is 4 eggs with how much
Like
milk?
a tablespoon of milk.
Tablespoon of milk in there.
Or you could use water.
And then we have the breadcrumbs, which is Italian breadcrumbs, and then some panko Italian breadcrumbs. And then we also have some Parmesan cheese. We're going to throw that in there. That is a 1/4 cup, right?
Yes.
And that, hold on, it's all
That's okay.
stuck on the
That's all
bottom
right.
there. I'm going to be
So
using
while
my
he's
hands.
doing that, you go. But
Wait, and then also these herbs, which is the oregano and basil and salt and garlic powder.
So it's a teaspoon of dried oregano, basil, garlic powder, and salt.
Oh, I just got to remember so
Well,
much.
I know. For the breadcrumbs, we like to use a combination of the finely ground or fine breadcrumbs. You can use Italian or plain. And then we like a little added texture, so that's why we do the panko.
Yes.
So half and half. You can do a combination of them, or you can do all one or the other, whatever you like.
I love the Parmesan in
I
it,
do too.
Yes.
Oh, and then the Parmesan. Yeah, the
Yes.
Parmesan. I mean, it's chicken Parmigiana, for goodness
So you
sake.
need some Parmesan.
You need some Parmesan. So, okay, this recipe makes four cutlets, nice 4-sized cutlets, but it's just the 2 of us, so we're doing 2. But let me tell you
And I'm
about-
going to get dirty while he's talking.
Get dirty with it. So he's going to dredge, so
Yep,
they
I
can
start
see
with
you
my
do that.
flour.
So I like going with nice thin chicken cutlets. Nowadays you can really usually find them at the grocery store already thin. Don't get the cutlet. I mean, don't get chicken tenders because
I've gone into the egg.
because that has that tendon that goes down the middle. That's just I don't know. I don't care for it. But if you cannot find the thin chicken breast, boneless, make sure it's boneless. Then you're going to want to go with. Let me just get this turned down. Then you're going to want to go with just a regular boneless, skinless chicken breast that you can cut in half. And then what I do to help it along to get it nice and thin is I just put it in a baggie and I just get the side of a mallet or the bottom of a measuring cup and just kind of pound it out till it's nice and thin. You want about anywhere from a 1/4 inch to an 1/8 inch. I'm sorry, to a 1/2 inch in thickness. If it's too thick, then it's going to not cook evenly and not cook all the way through, and we don't want that. Thin is in and is the way to go.
Wonderful.
So you're doing good there,
Thank
Wesley.
you. So I've done my flour, I've done my egg, and now I'm doing my breadcrumbs.
Now over here on this all comes together very quickly. So one of the keys that I'm going to tell you that I really think is super important to make it restaurant quality is if you make our homemade marinara sauce. And that can be done days in advance. You can do it months in advance and freeze it.
It's so good.
It's so good, and it's one of those things that really elevates this and makes it taste like you're at your favorite restaurant.
Exactly.
So we've got we like to serve this with some fettuccine.
Yes.
Today we're going with our friends from 3 Farm Daughters.
Yes, it's such an amazing
It's amazing.
pasta.
I've got a link for it in the blog. And then we've got our marinara that's heating over there on the stove.
All
okay?
right. Well,
So
let's cook
do
these
this.
things up.
So now I got to get this bring back. Wow, you just moved right along there. Okay.
Well, you tell me I'm slow. So
Well, I'm never
I'm trying
used
to
to you.
prove him wrong.
Delicioso is what you are. Okay, so that looks great. You did such a good job. Okay, so now that's getting nice. So this does not take long at all. You're going to want to preheat your oven to 400 degrees because we're going to finish these off in the oven.
Yes, with that cheese.
Yes, now see how it just sizzles? Oh,
Yay.
talk about delicioso. I'm going to say that word like
I know you
endlessly.
are. I know
Okay,
you are.
so now what we're going to do, this does not take long at all. So this is going to go probably 2 to 4 minutes until it gets nice and brown on the bottom. And then we're just very carefully going to turn it over, let it go for another 2 to 4 minutes, and then we're going to build our chicken parm cutlets.
Yay!
Okay. Oh, yay! I just
Right.
love it. I love these.
We're ready
cutlets.
for the next step.
So love these cutlets so much. So what
They
we've got.
are. Sorry, I keep talking over you.
Well,
I'm
boy,
just excited.
That never happens. Okay, so we've got these 2 cutlets. Like I said, normally you would be doing 4, but we're just doing 2. So just keep an eye on them. You know, if you're working with a little stovetop like that I've got right here, it's hard to manage that
Yes.
heat. So use a pan that distributes heat very nicely,
Yeah.
so it'll cook evenly.
So you don't have to move them around that
Yeah,
much.
yeah. If you move them around too much, the breading starts to come off and all. But anyway, and then just check, the bottom side when it's starting to get nice and brown. You know the look. Then just gently flip it over. Flip it, and then let it do that on the underside. And then carefully transfer it to a plate that's lined with paper towels, just to let that oil and grease just kind of soak into it.
Yep.
And
then you throw them on a baking sheet. And now we're going to add...
So this is my awesome marinara sauce. Again, did I tell you should make this?
Yes.
It's not hard to make, and it's so...
I could drink it.
And you have before. Okay, so now we're going to put just a little bit of layer.
Spread it all over there. Yeah.
Okay. So that's, I'm going to say...
I love that this is like a little surprise underneath the cheese.
I know. I started doing this not too long ago. Well, I don't know. Anyway, it really does make all the difference. It's just incredible.
It does.
I'd say that's probably, depending on the size of your cutlets, that's probably about a half a cup that we're putting on there.
Yes.
Okay, so
and then
now
we're going to sprinkle a little more Parmesan. Oh,
So
you put a lot of Parmesan
Yeah,
on
yeah.
there.
So we've got this is this is shredded Parmesan. We used grated Parmesan in the batter. So you can use, we just think this has kind of a more attractive appearance to
Yes.
it. But you can certainly use just shredded on there as well.
And then we've got some really good shredded mozzarella.
So
whole milk.
Go with good quality whole milk. You can do shredded like we've got right here, and I've done sliced before, and that is
This one,
spectacular.
I don't know. This shredded really melts
Yeah,
nicely.
if you get a nice, good quality, really, you're not going to go wrong with whatever you've got.
No.
Okay, so
I'm trying to make it so it's going to spread all over the place.
it's going to spread like nobody's business. Okay, now, like I said, we're going to put this in the oven. Basically, it's just going to melt that cheese. It's going to finish cooking off the chicken.
And I'm going to eat this
And
too.
Wesley's going to eat the cheese. Big surprise. And then it's going to be delicioso. I love saying that. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Is there anything more beautiful than chicken parmesan? All right, we've got our pasta, our Three Farm Daughters pasta.
This pasta is so good. It is so good.
That's their fettuccine.
yes.
We're just going to place that
Lay
baby
it right there.
I mean, you tell me that's not the real deal.
Oh, bring that on over to me.
Bring it on, baby.
Oh,
Oops,
Chris.
sorry. Okay,
ruin it.
now you've got to, of course, garnish it with a little parsley.
I said, Chris, don't ruin it.
Isn't that amazing? I mean, I'm telling you what, if somebody brought that to me, which I brought it to myself a few times, I would be very, very happy.
I am in. Oops, I spilled some little bit of the parsley. I'm in heaven. That is.
I know, it's the best.
If I just.
You're verklempt. It's delicious.
I can't even wait. I can't wait. Okay. Oh, I know. Oh, look at that cheese.
I know the
See how well it melted? Oh,
beautiful.
And,
And then that marinara underneath
oh, I
there.
love it. Here, I'm just going to ruin this right now.
Did I tell you you should make the marinara from scratch? You should.
Yes.
Oh, that looks so good. Incredible. It's my favorite. It really is. It's my favorite. Oh, perfectly cooked. It's so tender. Isn't it great how when you cook it like this, it's so tender? Can you speak?
It's so good, y'all. It is so good.
Y'all.
This is quintessential Italian-American restaurant quality deliciousness.
I think so.
That will fill you up. And that pasta underneath just gives it a...
Yes,
and your marinara. The marinara. Use your good marinara, use some good cheese, and eat it. Oh, this is 1,000% Loon approved.
I was hoping.
I'm gonna get messy now.
Yeah, that's right. Put on your eating dress. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
That is so delicious. Chris, I think you outdid yourself a little bit here.
Heavenly. This is so good. Can you tell we're enjoying this? Oh my gosh, I love it. It just takes me back to my favorite place to eat.
I love it. I love this so. I can't even. Anyway, this is amazing. And I'm just babbling and babbling. Oh, you can get this. I'm sorry. You can get this recipe on howtofeedaloon.com.
And be sure to go to our social media and like us and share us and do all that. I know, it throws you off your course. It's so good.
It is. It totally is.
It's so good.
Sorry, I'll stop talking now.
Well, that'll be the day. Oh my gosh, I just love this so much.
Did you try it yet?
Yeah,
right.
Yes. I almost finished it while you were talking.
Oh, I love it. We love you guys. Follow us on Instagram, all of our social channels. Did you say that?
Yes. Bye,
okay.
guys. We love you.
Bye.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, guys. Now, if you want to be a part of the Loon Fun, make sure you subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to hit that little bell icon so you won't miss a single recipe.
That's right. Oh, and speaking of recipes, if you want another amazing Italian recipe like this, then just click right here.
That's right. Click, subscribe.
It's so much fun.